Hi, this is Dr. Pete Butkins. Thanks for watching my video. I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching and listening. When I was 17, I had a job at a steel mill in Syracuse, New York. My father was the president. It was actually a fabricating shop next to the steel mill. I like to say steel mill because it sounds better. That's a joke. But I used to get up at 4 in the morning. I'd be out of the house in the middle of winter at 4:30, quarter to 5, after eating breakfast. I'd have to walk to the bus, 4 feet of snow on the ground. Syracuse is in the middle of the snow belt. So I'd take the bus downtown, get out of the bus. They drop you off 3-4 feet from the curb, so you'd have to walk through the slush, get up on the curb. Weather would be about 25-30 degrees at times, sometimes. Have to transfer, take another bus over to Erie Boulevard and arrive at the steel mill. I get into place and people would be changing into their work clothes, and it was a very, very rough place to work. One of the guys who worked there was called Fingers because he only had 4 of them left. He was a machine press drill operator, and press punch they called it. He used to punch holes in steel. So getting sober is very similar to that. At first, it's cold, it's hard, it's difficult, your thinking is negative, you're complaining, you've got all this history of drinking and drugging that kind of appears all of a sudden, and you're dealing with all this slush and this cold and potential frostbite, and everything's new. But once you get used to it, once you do it for a week or two, you man up or woman up, and you get to the point where you can become more conditioned to doing it. It gets easier and easier. It's a situation where you will, if you go to meetings every day, you will start to like them after a while if you're a real alcoholic or a real addict. The idea is to change your mind about the way you're thinking and feeling. Addiction recovery is a series of actions that you perform that you may not think will work, and maybe you don't even want to do, but they work. It's like going to the gym. Another analogy is you go to the gym, you may not like it may be painful, you may get a cramp, you may get dehydrated, you may have to take more water, you may have to take a break, you may pull a muscle. But the idea is it's going to work. You will get muscles and you'll get results from it. It's the same thing with 12-step meetings. Your mind's been inundated with thoughts like, I can handle it myself, I'm fine, I'm okay, I'll go to meetings tomorrow. Just this one time won't hurt, I'll quit tomorrow. I don't do it on the weekend, I don't do it in the morning, I'm not like my Uncle Bill, I'm not like my grandfather, I didn't lose my job, I didn't lose my car, I didn't lose anything. So the idea is to write down a list of things you did lose, a list of problems you've had. And it's very difficult to do without meetings, because at meetings you will hear people share the problems they had when they started. Usually 12-step meetings are really good for beginners because it reminds the older people that have a little bit of time what the pain was like, and it also gives them an opportunity to talk about when they came in and what it was like. And somewhere along the line you're going to hear your story, and you're going to get reminded of things that you forgot and things that you rationalized and minimized. Oh, wasn't that bad, it was okay, well, she said this to me, that's why I laughed at her, or said something nasty to her, or that's why I never called her back. And you'll quit blaming people, and you'll start coming to your senses and waking up. The twisted mind that is there your first little while in 12-step meetings goes away after a while and becomes replaced with a happy mind, eventually joyous, and eventually accepting, I have to admit, and then approving of this way of life. It's a wonderful way of life, it's available, it's free, it costs you $1 a meeting for 30 opinions or 20 opinions, but you don't have to put it in if you don't want. When I was getting sober, they said if you got $1, put it in the basket, if you need $1, take one out. I like that. It was real liberal and real loving and real caring. So all that caring and love you get at the beginning is invaluable. And you're really learning from the experts. These people have done what you're trying to get away from, and they've gotten away from it, and they know the solution. So be careful of false prophets. Make sure you go where the experts are, where the people have recovered from this problem and been successful at it. God bless, and stay tuned for my next video. Pete Butkins.